Excellent. You reckon you've got a bit more time, so you can add a little bit extra and more advanced feature into your game. So at this point, we have just created our choice 3, where we've got our monster following us through the forest, and we have decided to use something out of our bag to help us get into the little cottage. And what we've got is with K to use the key, D to use the duck, and throwing a brush means that we end up dead. Now, what we can do is we can add a little bit extra here. So with a duck causes a distraction, we're still not inside of the cottage. So what we could do is we could add a little sub-question there to give us a chance to have a second choice on what to do. So we've used the duck and now we've got 2 things left. So to do that, we need to do, after our rucksack remove duck, we need to give ourselves a couple of blank lines in our code so that we have some space to read things. Now make sure that you are indented, okay, and you're going to ask a new question. So it might be a good idea to put yourself a blank line in your output as well before you ask this question. So the question will be choice 3A, because we're having a sub question rather than a main question, equals input. We're going to say you still aren't in the house. Press K to use the key, or B to throw the brush. So we're giving ourselves another opportunity to use the remaining things in our rucksack. So making sure that we are indented at all times for doing the following, we're going to write a new if statement. If choice 3A equals K, we're going to say that we get into the house. I'm going to increase our score. Oh, I've missed a quotation. There we go. So score equals score plus, well, we did get there eventually, but we did it the long way around. So we're just going to add 3. So our overall score will be 5 on this turn. Okay, and if we didn't use K, it's going to be just an else. And our option was B to throw the brush. We're going to lose our life there. So lives equals lives minus 1. Lose a life. Okay. And we better remove that brush as well. Rucksack.remove brush, which reminds me that we need to remove the key from here as well. Rucksack.remove key. Okay, so what we've got now, we could probably give ourselves our little comment as well to make it absolutely clear. Sub question. And then maybe do question. And that makes it clear where it ends. Okay, so what we've done is if they pick D and use the duck, they're going to sacrifice the duck to the terrible monster. So we remove the duck, but we get the option of another second choice. So you're still not in the house, press K to use the key, or B to throw the brush. If K, we're going to get inside and we've got some points and we're going to remove the key, but B is still the bad answer, so we're still going to die, okay? And make sure that this is all in line here, all of these. It's not up against the edge of the screen. There is a gap for a sub question. So let's run that and just make sure it works. So we're going to do D first, and then it should ask a second question. Here we go. The duck quacks nervously as you pull it from the bag, but it seems to distract the terrible monster following you. You're still not in the house. Press K to use the key, or B to throw the brush. So we're going to use K. And there we go, we've got into the cottage. There's a few little formatting things I just need to clear up. But there we go, we have used a sub-question. So this is called a nest here, where you nest one inside the other. Have a go with your code and see if you can add some other nests too.